for probably like a couple hours. A couple hours or so. We did a late night long Umineko stream yesterday, so, and then before that I was doing some Naruto things earlier in the day, so honestly, we're gonna take it a slightly easier route today and try to do some things in Disco Elysium. I was disheartened to read that I wanted to recheck how long to beat on this game is. And then I added up how many hours my series right now is in Disco Elysium on YouTube. And I was like, oh shit. I think I'm already like an hour or two above the average finish time listed on that. So, and I feel as if I'm nowhere close to finishing this game. So, either I am playing it unlike most people, or somehow I'm exactly playing it to savor everything. Or I'm just slow. That's also a possibility. I'm trying to look at... I was getting confused by the autosave there. But it's all good. It's okay. Nothing else matters. It's time for Disco Elysium. Alright, if I remember correctly, I parked myself around this man because I was going to do this. Ask the scab leader about tattoos. The thing that threw me off quite a bit was that it even specifically says it won't count as a people informing you about tattoos, which is weird because then we were talking to Joyce about the tattoos, and I thought then that was going to knock this out, but then there's still more maybe, so then really nothing else matters, I guess. And then I think I was going to, after, depending on how this scab leader conversation goes, then I think I was going to try the authority check that I think I need for this. I think is the path we're going to go here today, starting today. Abandoned lorry, barbell. Great. All right, let's see where it goes.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Shame on me. I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos. Take out the picture.
Don't think so.
He grunts, barely glancing at it. Oh shit, how do I bring this up to him? You know what? Let's not get super confrontational from the get-go. We're investigating a murder. These tattoos are on the victim's body.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving, hard as a stone, but beneath it, you see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome, melting skin and hair.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Okay, after all, he cranes his head side to side in size. Loincloths?
Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
Can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means.
He points to one tiny star in the web of lines, away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want to hear what happened here?
Yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benital, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
Benito is one of the inhabited islands of the Seminese archipelago near the Pale. Covered in jungle, it was anchor point for the Seminese nationalists in the proxy war held on the islanders' territory.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
I mean, I've already come this far. Don't interrupt him. / let him cook.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets... his voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon 2 kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Alright, this is getting into weird territory. Say nothing.
She was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold
What
body.
the fuck?
Fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirs in your stomach.
You're not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But
He shrugs.
He's under orders. And orders are orders.
Can I have it back?
go ahead. All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
Alright, well this man...
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
Alright, so are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines?
Free flow of commerce!
The man yells and wipes his face. Sweat is dripping down his brow.
Don't talk to him any longer. Just leave, please.
Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking fuck.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating, his mouth slightly open.
I'm going to interpret that as a yes. There's a tribunal, and it won't be long until it's ready.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
The lieutenant says, his voice is soothing calm. He looks at you.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this, he's thinking. This is not the time.
Fine, fine, fine. Alright, back off.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
Oh, I've disrupted him.
It's hard to do that when you want to beat a man into a pulp instead.
Alright, I'm just gonna leave now. Alright, so that finished. Find government marked heavy fuel oil. Alright, this is still happening not too far from now at this point. Let's go try to see. Let's try to do the authority check. Maybe. Just maybe. I don't have any authority. Is this about to... Wait, what is... Okay. This was weirdly... Why are these weirdly colored all of a sudden? Fuel oil like the one you sold to the pawn shop days ago? I don't want to talk about it. Let's go do that authority check.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away.
Man, I really like this super zoomed out look here.
The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hat.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world.
How does it feel?
Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your jacket grow heavy. The cold finds its way under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you. You're not dressed for this weather. You should get an overcoat or a patrol cloak.
What is in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinez, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your fingers through your dampened hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What's in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
What's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
Why am I not there?
To be in Martinez, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Shudder, look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. I'd recommend you put on your coat.
You want me to put on a coat? I'll put on a coat for you. My cloak? Is cloak good enough for a coat? Oh, wait, wrong. Look at me go. Oh, what I was going to check was... So, authority. I don't think I have authority clothing. It was the whole deal. But since I'm starting a new day here, I will double check and make sure that I'm not making any sort of mistake. Because I am one of the best at not making mistakes when it comes to video games. Authority. Perfect. Alright.
It's you again. What is it?
Alright, this is going to be the best authority check you've ever seen in your life. Oh, do I go this route? I let him know? Let me first try this. Alright. Here we go. Ow.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Well. Kim, I need your gun. I'll just try it. First you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who? That's bullshit.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it. The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
I guess we're both the law around here, if you start to think about it.
No, asshole. You're nobody. I'm the law.
Well, I tried that.
Stop yelling about the goddamn law in my establishment. We get it. You're all the law.
Let's just all cool off. We had some questions, that's all.
Well, this is why I did this, right? %72% chance? Oh, I think I have to back out again, right? Which is annoying because you have to go through his like animations before you can talk to him again.
It's you again. What is it?
72% chance. Now, do I think potentially telling him that I talked to Joyce would increase this chance at all? No. Go. Establish authority. Go.
As you look around this
Yeah.
room full of sentiment, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time. You seen Apricot, old Purdue's daughter? Asks Lieutenant McCoy. Replies Torson. The ass on that one. McCoy shakes his head in appreciation. A bit strange the old man named her Apricot. But, I mean, who am I to judge? Wanna hit the kebab joint?
Okay, I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Oh.
You must be. You're just like real cops, drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand.
You got a problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No. I'm also a big fan of beer. And jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people. I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
He looks at her.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of pain, buddy.
Freight train of pain.
What is her name?
The lieutenant takes out his notes.
Glacia, I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due, with an O-U.
Oh, you. Wait, is that the woman that I'd seen, like, hanging out at the top? Is it all coming together?
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Keep your cool. Oh man. Class. How was it pronounced? Class J.
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
It's gonna make me try it, isn't it? Oh no, it's even lower now. All right. Class. Yeah, I'm under. Cool. Keep her cool. Attempt 8%. Go.
You inexplicably add cool
Yeah.
after the victim's
Yeah.
name.
Yep.
With your eyes bulging like some wild beast.
I fucked up.
Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
God, I couldn't be keeping my cool any more than that.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Calm. Normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
So what was her relationship with the mercenary?
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Okay.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Don't say you think you know her. So, scratch my head. What is your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around, and an uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
Well enough, Copper. We partied. She's been here for a few months.
He crosses his arms.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here?
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the party she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
Cool, that's cool. I can't keep saying that. Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
He points his beer can at you. Alright, I'm gonna take off now. Thanks, Titus. Thank you so much.
Cleaning out the rooms. What if you didn't lose your memory? What if something in Martinez came and stored it all away, for you to slowly open one box at a time, so you can choose which parts to keep? Keep almost none of it. Only the flowers on the windowsill. Only the distant sound of a radio. Lose all the actors, the dark shadows. Leave only the still lifes. The blissful distant wash of waves. If everybody knew, you never did. She'll be coming soon. That is all.
+1 suggestion, +1 Inland Empire, +1 rhetoric. Wake up in a new life by the seaside. Well, yeah, some nice little bonuses. I'll take it. We love stats. We love stats here. Go upstairs and knock on the door number 3 to talk to the supposed victim of the hanged man. See what she has to say to you. Okay. 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 What was this whole thing again? What was the check on this?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass.
Oh, he wants to talk to me.
Officer, what was that?
What was what?
You looked strange when he mentioned the assault victim's name. Do you know that woman?
Yes?
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
Okay, I won't say it. You know what? I'll be kind of honest with Kim. She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
Okay, that's manageable.
Oh, it keeps going. Oh, how much do I say? No, you know what? What do I always say? Be open with Kim. He is my partner. I asked her what we are, where we are. What city is this? Maybe even what year? Something like that.
That's clearly your interrogation technique. Anything else?
That's it.
This is unprofessional. Not sharing information with me is
Kim,
unprofessional.
don't get mad at me.
His opinion of you has lowered considerably.
Well, that's a bummer. Kim, don't be mad.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height
Perception.
window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Wait, mysterious door scene? Does this have to do with the mysterious door? Perception. Perception. Do I have perception clothing? -1. -1 for the hat. All right, we're gonna do this. Don't even fucking worry. Like this. Bum hat. Sure. There we go. All right, make sure nothing else is lowering perception. Doing something weird. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be the best. This is. That's a minus perception. Damn. Oh, here we go. Boots. Ah.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
28% is still not great. I'm gonna be honest. I forget, what does the +1 intellect ones? So it is intellect for those. Damn. I need more clothing. Alright, let's go talk to her. Well, maybe that window has something to do with the door that I'm so caught up on.
The door is closed.
There's some bass. Knock.
Who is it?
A woman's voice answers, muffled by the door.
Tired. Controlled.
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere. You could snoop around before going up.
I mean, just because I could doesn't mean I should. Piles of dirty clothes. A woman's. Hotel bill calculations. Looks like she's had an extended stay. How close am I to the level? Quite a bit. Quite a bit away. She's upstairs, right? I love how I said, oh, I probably shouldn't snoop around, and then here I am, snooping around. You see the yard below. The corpse is no longer there. What's this?
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. There's also a toothbrush somewhere in there.
Look at the toothbrush.
It's been used quite a lot.
Look at the medications.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves. Sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle. Acetylic acid, APAP, eye drops, blood thinners.
APAP. There's quite the collection in here.
Pill
Oh,
bottles
nope,
rattle
didn't
like
click that one.
birds
Search
as
the
you
bottles.
search the cabinet.
Damn it, clicked the wrong thing.
Paracetamol,
I missed.
Histoparidol,
I
something
sneezed.
in a foreign language
I
you can't
bumped.
read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads, Nacra. Nacra. This is used to treat opioid overdoses. Always handy to have around.
Keep it to myself.
The lieutenant glances at the rows of pills, then at the door. You could say he's on the lookout.
There's quite the collection in here.
Anything of note?
He asks in a lowered voice. Search the pill sheets.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how.
Oh, good thing my electrochemistry is so high. Is there something more interesting here?
A bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
-1 sweaty hands. Take it in secret? I'm not gonna jack her shit. What's so exciting about this orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Ah. Lieutenant, I also see a brand called Peptide.
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical amphetamine. Prescription speed.
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy.
Nope. Closing the cabinet. Fuck off, electrochemistry. I'm responsible cop now. Remember? I made that declaration. It must be episodes ago now at this point. But trust me, Kim can trust me. I'm a good guy. The bed has been hastily made.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Run your finger across the surface of the glass.
Smooth as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
Excuse me, this window was recently replaced.
Looks like it, yes.
Excuse me. He adjusts his glasses. Oh, hey. I've met up with her. The smell of cigarette smoke in the air. Astra menthol. Cold coffee in an ashtray that looks like a hedgehog. Oh. Look, a handful of dried white wildflowers.
Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Oh, we got this.
The wind brushes them off the roof. They're gone.
Okay. Never mind. I don't have that. I was trying to be cool there.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Where does this lead to?
I don't know, Lieutenant Ufrater.
He makes a note.
It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door.
Do you think it's important?
I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case.
Below, the hostel cafeteria creaks and groans under your added weight. A skeleton of composite support beams and cantilevers.
Tap on the roof with your foot.
A dull thump. Somewhere inside, a wind brace rattles from the imperceptible motion of the building.
The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
Oh, that's really good. So maybe the door below is a mega investigation.
No, still a mini investigation.
He pretends to make a note in his notebook. I kind of want to do it. 58% chance? I mean, here's the thing. Leave. I gotta definitely boost that up if I really wanted. I've got something here. This. Wait, but I also have... That's half-light. Those are gloves. Where's the pain threshold? That's not what I want then. Putting this on... Yeah. -2 authority. Oh, that shirt. Okay, that's also pain threshold. I get pain threshold and physical instrument, like, very much the same in my brain. Alright, that should be fine. We'll do this after we talk to her. Talking to her seems kind of important, right? Shouldn't just leave her.
Welcome to the roof.
The young woman has a cigarette in one hand and a cup of coffee in the other.
Her hair is still
Whoa,
slick
the
from
light.
shower.
I mean, her hair is probably still slick from the rain, but okay.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean, then toned over several years of self-defense training. You can sense it in the sharp pointing of her elbows.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Is there a cleaning lady? I think I need one.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Alright, let's not be rude. Let's not be rude. It has.
They also say it's why the cleaning lady quit.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I see you've already met my colleague.
Your room's being so bad that the the cleaning lady possibly quit. Amazing.
Have I ever? This is the biggest fan of ostentatious orchestrations I have seen in my life. And I have seen a few. Oh yeah. Life gets hard, but we go on.
The chorus of the 35 single, megaphoning the entire human race, instills you with the fuck it all swagger that prompts one to plow into grannies on your morning stroll.
It's gotten pretty hard in the meantime, but I go on.
I can see that. I'm glad all this onward going has brought you to me.
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
She takes a pensive drag of her menthol cigarette.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult. No need to dilly-dally. She's tough.
Thanks, Coach, but I think I'll dilly-dally this time.
You sound like a namby-pamby.
I always sound like a namby-pamby, let's be honest. What is your name, miss, for the record?
Clausier Amandou.
Clausier. Clausier. There we go. I needed that because I was not pronouncing it correctly. For sure. And where are you from?
Vredefort, Republic of Oranje.
Alright, and what is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
A bad memory of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. And night. At least it was for me.
She seems way too cool for me. I'm so nervous speaking to her.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. If you're no longer there.
What do you do, miss? What's your specialization?
Something stupid.
Alright.
Wanna hear what's stupid? Somewhere in a one-room apartment on Boogie Street, a young man shows Patrol Officer Tilbrook his genital warts, asking if they're cancer. His partner, Emil Mullins, can't be there. He's in another apartment with another man who's showing him a dead dog under the radiator. It's dead, Mullins says. No, the man replies. I touched him. He's warm. He's warm, Mullins replies, because he's under the radiator.
What's that?
Oranese lit.
Oranese lit?
Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university.
What is Oranese literature about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Revacholian literature too?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
I have no intention of doing that.
That's just a phase the Revacholian hero goes through.
She breathes in the menthol-flavored fumes, savoring it.
Before they plunge into full-core humanity and world-saving.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of assault. But, of course, what seems should not be your priority.
Why not? Oranese lit. What do you do with it?
Nothing. I do nothing with it.
This is just, this is such a bad. Don't do this. This is cool.
It's not very cool, but what can you do?
I mean, I didn't really want to pick cool either, but didn't really have many choices. Thank you. That's it for the record.
The record. So official.
Nice room you've got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
Don't let her know that you've been snooping. Where's that door lead to? Point to the door on the roof.
I have no idea, officer.
Damn. She looks at it calmly. I thought maybe she could help me somehow. What are you doing here in the whirling in rags?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
Here in Martinez.
I heard this is where the washed-up disco has-beens go.
No, this is sassy time. You're too young to call yourself a disco has-been.
I'm really not.
Oh, okay. That window's new.
It is.
She moves slightly to your left to check her reflection in it.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
I have other questions for you.
Okay.
She takes a pensive drag of her cigarette.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Alright, let's get to it. They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Look at number 3. I don't want to talk about it. God, were you sexually assaulted, ma'am? Or miss?
Sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
She takes a quick drag, unperturbed.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
I didn't say it.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Actually, it's evening, miss.
Is it?
Squinting, she takes a look around. The sun sets in the sea. Long shadows pass over the plaza below.
It is evening. Time flies, man.
So were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him.
By him, she must mean the victim.
Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Huh.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite gifted. By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
I don't know where to go with this. I have been thrown off. Titus asked you to spice things up for us?
Pretty much.
She cradles her coffee cup in both hands.
Warming them. She must be very cold and exhausted of this life.
So what did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
You know what? Why not? What kind of partying? Point to my own bloated face. The kind I do?
With all due respect, sir, I think we partied a little harder than that.
Harder than this? Keep pointing to the face. I didn't know it was physically possible.
Oh, it is. You're still alive.
Ah, of course.
What did you do when you partied?
We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other drink harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
Were feelings involved?
A little. The drugs were good enough, and we did enough of them.
How did you two meet?
The lieutenant's voice is quiet, calm.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that.
What can you tell me about him? Name, age, name, eyes, age.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
Another puff. More nervous.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
So wait. So she can't talk about him now, but you need specifics. Height, build, to confirm your autopsy. Ask her later when she has collected herself. It must have been hard for you, seeing him there.
Oh, yes. I've had a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
A bitter cringe. It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Wait, I've had a great view from the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams. Okay.
Jackpot.
The call reporting the hanging? That was you?
I made it.
Ah,
And I
look
would
at that!
appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Yes.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Ravacheur, miss.
Before we go on, if it's snitching, then why do it?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Caller's voice was disguised.
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
Nicked it? How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into the cold wire.
Smart.
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
And in the process, you broke the landline downstairs?
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I had no idea what I was doing.
Still, that's pretty clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Seems like you had some idea. That was nifty.
Thanks.
She manages a smile.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all the trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the Union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
It's kind of interesting. Like, I was not fully expecting to just get a... Maybe, I should say this. I wasn't fully expecting to get a ton of info. It's like, not as a criticism, but this game and the way I've been playing it for many long stretches have felt like it's been moving at, like, a glacial pace. And so it's very interesting when these small little moments of, like, a ton of, like, actual tangible information is, like, given to you to really, like, progress the case forward. It's an interesting feeling.
We're not entirely...
Like, I'm learning a lot now all of a sudden from this one lady.
Okay. Let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't want to, sir. But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
What did they hang him for, if not rape?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing. But you probably know all about it.
And his role in this strike was what?
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
How do the Hardy Boys know you?
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for Union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you party?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
I have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir?
Ah.
I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
I don't know. Part of me thinks she doesn't mind the bluntness. Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
I just don't feel like asking number 2 to her. That's like, if you asked her and she already said, I wasn't really actually raped. Or sexually assaulted. To me, in this situation, I'd be like, okay, I mean, maybe you're trying to cover. But if I'm, whether I believe you 100% or not, like, me just grilling again and like, are you sure you're sticking by your story? Just seems unnecessary. So thank you for telling us all this, miss.
She breathes a silvery sigh of relief and weariness. The air on the roof feels humid.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have things to discuss there.
I had something else before we go. A little thing.
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
What is this? Look her in the eye. 8% chance. Let's return to this later, miss.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m., drinking coffee, most likely.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Say in a hushed voice, why did she tell us all that?
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I mean, Kim, I'm just being honest here. She could lie to me and probably get away with it. She's probably she knew what she was doing. She could get away. She had a way with words, and my character doesn't seem to be the most discerning of people.
You would have caught it.
I literally just said I wouldn't have caught it. I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something is off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Alright, well, we gotta try the door here first, right? We can't...
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Alright, here we go. Kick the door in. Let's fucking go! Ha! Ma'am, watch this cool maneuver. Ah, did I impress you?
Something cracks inside. It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Nice.
Oh, by her saying nice, did my morale increase? Man, she was impressed. God, I would hope one day in my life I get to just kick a door and impress people standing by. I need to gather some people that would be impressed by me kicking a door. I don't know who those would be. And I need to loosen the door beforehand so that it looks really cool and makes like a satisfying noise as I kick it. The young woman nods.
Filling you with a belief in your own body.
Sounds like the property damage wasn't in vain, at least. Would it hurt to look in?
I thought it was an Aces High moment, Kim.
I don't know about that.
Lieutenant smiles an uncomfortable smile.
It totally was.
Dude, is this the secret passage thing? Is this another entrance? Oh my god. Dude, this is gonna be the most successful couple hours I've played in Disco Elysium. I'm accomplishing so much all of a sudden. Alright, let's see. Let's go. Where am I? Okay, so I came in. I see. There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think you can see Classe's bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here.
Okay.
The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
Finish that.
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Someone's been here within the last week or two.
3 weeks maximum, from the dust coverage. It could easily have been 1 week too. You know, officer.
He looks at you.
This is good. He likes it. That's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
Is he just saying that to help to make me feel better? Hey, I got the level up though that I needed to get back to having the 1 point in the back of my pocket, which is nice and makes me feel better. Okay, what does this mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind our rape victim's room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
Let's have a closer look then. Crouch. Study the footprints.
Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left the pattern uniform, horizontal lines.
This doesn't look like the worker's boots from the hanging, does it?
No. These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
This print doesn't look like the odd-sold print we found at the Hanging Kim.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Then let's get up.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Let's move on. The pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. Schematics for a pinball machine. Futurism themed. Empathy and hand-eye coordination. Pinball maker's coat. Pinball maker's coat. Oh, look at this. Yeah. Yeah. It's almost time for that. We can probably do that before. Ask a little later when she's collected herself. I guess we might end up doing that like tomorrow, the next day. Boxes of tools and replacement parts line the shelves. Small windows taped shut with black plastic. You can't see outside. Interesting. Oh, I'm behind the thing now. Oh my goodness. Okay, don't freak out. This pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note. NB. The square key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. The spare key... Oh, it's gone. Hey, $5.
Over there, in the corner.
The pinball machine?
Not just any pinball machine. This is the pinnacle of pinball. Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats. It's lit. You can't wait to get your hands on it.
It's lit.
Lit. A phrase almost synonymous with the Insulindian pinball scene. Any pinball scene, really.
Kim, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
The pinball machine. Gordy's Goats. A classic.
Wait, you've played it?
A little.
Feels like a lot. Too much to play it again.
Let's take a closer look. Pull out the machine. Oh, here we go.
Oh, great.
Hey, just shut up, Kim. Let me have some fun. Lieutenant Size.
Cornelius Gordy and the Mountain Goats reads the golden lettering on top of the back box. There's a small column of text underneath. The machine is coin-operated. Get the game on, Fingerboy. Those flippers are ready.
Inspect the playing field.
The theme of the game is to explore Gordy's climb through the perspective of goats and to ascend to the top of the mountain in a time of trouble. The peak of the mountain is at the top of the playfield. All the balls have small goat icons on them and represent the goats as they race up and down the mountain. Areas around the playfield represent Gordy's climb, places he was said to have camped, which the goats can discover. Get them to the summit.
Lean closer to read the text.
Above the painting of a mustached man climbing a hill, a column reads, inspired by the legend of Cornelius Gordy, taken on the world's tallest peak, Corpus Muindi. The Mesk legend holds that when the nation is in danger, heroic Gordy shall return and save his people.
What's with all the goats?
Indeed. Think of them as bulls.
Alright, well, since I'm not having to pay for a room tonight, I guess we'll insert $1.
It takes a while to get into a rhythm, but pretty soon you're able to keep 3 goat-faced bulls in play with relative ease.
Look at me having fun. Look at Kim not having fun.
Go, go, Fingerboy.
I feel sorry for the goats. If they only knew the kind of guy old Cornelius really was.
Wait, what kind of guy was he then?
The kind of a guy who uses the word savages a lot when recounting his travels. A masked nationalist.
A racist mountaineer?
An avid huntsman too. He was often photographed in his dining hall, surrounded by wall-mounted hunting trophies from every continent.
That is not cool.
He also hit his wife and kids.
Ah.
Other people's kids too. Sometimes pets. Hateful little man.
Well, he sucks.
But you seem to be having fun.
He nods at the machine. I'm pretty good at this. Continue playing.
Your game is definitely improving. The jolly goats are flying all over the board, and although a few plummet to their deaths, you're never left with less than 3. Suddenly, a special passage leading to the summit slides open at the top of the board. This is where the balls need to go.
Concentrate and aim for the narrow passage.
Maneuvering a goat ball into a position for a perfect hit isn't easy. More fall to their deaths. But finally, the opportunity presents itself. One of them gets through. Tiny hammer shatters something inside the machine. Something glass. The words "pale rupture" light up on the speaker panel, and the machine starts filling with a thick, milky fog. Something's happening.
Congratulations. This is where the game ends. It's a cheap way of getting more money out of the players. A stupid, nihilistic finale.
There's so much fog, you can barely see anything. Some is actually leaking out of the machine, and one by one, your goats start slipping, disappearing into the milky nothingness.
No, 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 no!
This can be navigated. The balls leave almost imperceptible disruptions in the fog. Use them to calculate.
Also, I've noticed the time has severely increased. I've lost so much time to doing the pinball.
You're down to your last goat. Going
oh my god.
By sound. Eyes are useless.
Oh no.
Point, but that goat is something special. 5 times you snatch him back from the jaws of death. You're in a perfectly balanced system where neither you nor the pal is able to get the upper hand. This could go on forever.
Bad at ball games. What the hell? It's Kim, it can be done. Just watch.
I am. I've seen it before. Played it too. You will eventually make a mistake and then it's all over.
Why is it... Are these the same? Impossible to win. Well, might as well try. Stay on the ball.
Now, if you can't even see it, the last goat plummets into the fog with almost suicidal glee.
Ah!
There goes nothing, finger boy.
Ah! Bah humbug.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue.
This door is connected to the one upstairs, but how do we get through?
There must be a key somewhere. Probably somewhere in the whirling. It's not too important. We can get in and out using the roof door.
It was the message that it was over here. There was a thing about a key thing, but I didn't... By the time I realized it might be talking about a thing I could actually do, I didn't like... It's gone. The message is gone. It was talking about a key in a corner of something. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. You really fucked up. Alright, well... I guess we'll just head out.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Weird looking.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in. The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
I mean, we wrote this thing down.
This elevator must have been used to transport pinball machines to and from the upstairs workshop.
Close the doors and go up.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
So this used to be a pinball workshop?
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
He taps his foot.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Does this mean the Whirling in Rags really is part of the Doom commercial area?
If that's true, then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
Stupid superstition. But still, it would be interesting to see what the cafeteria manager thinks of this. It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Gart ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Alright, finish that. Okay. Well, now we're at the 22 point, so we should probably... No, that's not what I want to
This window.
No. Okay, so we go... if we want to talk to Gart... Talk to Gart. We're gonna go do this now, and then I guess maybe depending on how late in the game it is, then maybe we just talk to Gart and the Hardy guys tomorrow in the game. I guess. I gotta make it back to the... What room was it in the... I know it's at the apartments. I guess I'll find it. Alright, Kim, let's run. And then I have to go all the way where I'm gonna be spending the night, is in that whole other... That's like over a year. So that should be interesting. Alright, let's see if I can remember. Odds are probably not. Oh, it's here because it was a password, right?
Someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture.
I want to say this is it.
The number on the panel says 10.
Knock again.
A poor communard from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Okay, that's a weird little bug again. This is the police. Open up.
Do I have to open the door?
You hear the clacking of heels again as the other side walks right up the door. Her turn is not getting a defense finish.
Do you have a warrant?
Wait, this is not the room. I made a mistake.
If you don't have a warrant.
I made a mistake, ma'am.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
Later then. Entering this door seems a physical challenge. It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Oh, wrong room. Maybe it's up a floor. Balcony. All right, is it this? No. Wait, am I at the right place? Are these the Cape Side apartments? Attend Spawn's meeting after 2200 at the Cape Side apartments. Okay. Is it that?
This door is made of metal.
I need to zoom out here. It might be this. Maybe. Wait, if I exit here. No, that's this. That's outside that. Cape Side. God, I'm having to like try to remember my brain. Just absolutely. Oh, fuck, what was it?
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier. More old bullet holes. Half a century at least. From the revolution.
These bullet holes look like the bullet holes we saw before.
Bullet holes generally look the same, so probably. But you're right. More old bullet holes from the revolution.
Man, how many people got shot during that revolution?
Plenty.
Okay. Maybe it's not where I go in from the... Maybe it's on the outside. Maybe I'm not supposed to go... Maybe it's like... Here? It might be here now that I'm thinking about it. Or up here? Here? Here. It might be that. I go here. Okay. It's gotta be somewhere. Is it this? I'm going insane. Trying to remember.
As you approach the metal grill, you can hear several voices.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
An animated discussion. This must be it. Beyond this door lies the beating heart of radical communism in Martinez. Somehow, the night air softens the smell of trash and sea brine. As the breeze pulls through the canvas like a shuttle through a loom, you catch a hint of something unexpected. Something earthy, warm, and burnt. The acrid smell of failure. No, that's just slightly burnt coffee. A smell you would recognize anywhere.
Just look at these pigs sniffing about after hours.
It's Pasker. Why didn't you say the secret door is right behind you?
Must have slipped my mind. You know how it goes.
She gives you a lackadaisical shrug.
The metal grill is cool to the touch. You notice the lieutenant is looking uncustomarily anxious. His posture is rigid. His right hand hovers near the zipper of his jacket. He wants so badly to draw his armistice, but he also doesn't want to draw it.
You okay, Kim?
Oh, I'm fine. I was practically born to infiltrate underground communist cells.
Takes a quick look over his shoulder.
Which is just to say, we should be prepared for any eventuality.
Try to listen.
You can make out at least two separate voices. Two voices, both male, approximately early 20s.
Careful with those now. I have it. It's going to work. I can feel it.
Alright, time to bang on the grill.
The clang of metal reverberates all along the scaffolding. The voices coming from the other side fall silent. A pair of frightened hares cowering in some dark crevice of their burrow.
Who's there? Is that you, Morris?
Are you all communists? Are you all communists? I'm looking for some communists.
Who said communist? Did we say communist? Get out of here.
Listen, I've already built like 0.0001% of communism, but now I need to get organized. Can you help me?
For a moment, silence.
What's the passphrase?
What was the passphrase? Fuck. No. It's not Disco Supernova. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of think it was 4. Oh, God. Why is my memory being tested today? I don't want to say the wrong thing. All right, whatever. It's Remember, Dobrava, and Abadanais.
There's no response. You begin to wonder whether they've slipped out some back way. No, they're still there. You can feel them back there.
Alright. The key's taped to the back of the door frame. Just make sure you put it back when you're done, or we'll all be locked out. And do watch the concrete. It just kind of falls away, in places.
I think I got it right.
Charmant. After you, detective.
Have fun at your underground meeting, pig. Hope it's a blast.
Shut up, Cindy.
The two young men are either oblivious to or ignoring your entrance. Their attentions are fixed on whatever it is they're stacking in the middle of the floor.
Are they just stacking dominoes?
Matchboxes, it appears.
Oh.
I think it's holding Rolexes.
Excuse me.
It is. It's holding.
It's definitely not holding. Those matchboxes are stacked so haphazardly, it's like they want them to collapse.
Careful, careful.
Oh. I don't think they were careful.
Damn, hardly any difference.
Young man shakes his head and then looks up at you and the lieutenant with barely concealed irritation.
You two, you are late.
They should know the meeting starts at 10 p.m. sharp.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. His companion looks up at you and squints.
One leader and one follower. The most ancient power dynamic. There's a great deal of tension in this young man's shoulders, more than someone his age should bear. Meanwhile, his companion inclines toward him, eager to catch every word that dribbles from his friend's mouth. Don't let them see you flustered, sire. Play along.
You weren't exactly easy to find.
That's the whole point, of course. We can't just have anybody waltzing in here. Martinez is crawling with reactionary infiltrators. There are RCM spies, for one. Just recently, someone even broke into my apartment, if you can believe it.
Someone broke into your apartment? Oh.
To say nothing of Gotwaldians and iconoclasts.
The young man's companion reflexively snorts at the mention of Gotwaldians and iconoclasts.
We all have to take precautions, especially during these delicate times. What matters is that you've made it, and that you've done the reading.
Uh-oh. No one said anything about reading.
Assigned reading?
You just have to win this one.
What am I, back in middle school? Kim, did you do the reading?
No, detective. The only reading I've been doing is right here.
The lieutenant holds up his little blue notebook.
He seems to be wagging the notebook at you, as though he suspects you may have forgotten why you're here.
I have not had time to seek out pretentious communist book clubs, nor have I done their reading.
It doesn't sound like they've done the reading, Staban.
Well, this is getting awkward. I'm not sure what you're expecting to find here, then.
There's profound consternation in his voice. You suspect it's about something bigger than your not having done the reading.
Maybe they can explain themselves.
What exactly are you two doing here?
In the most generous sense, I would say we're cultivating revolutionary consciousness.
Yes, that's probably the best way to describe it.
But more specifically, we are running a reading group. The most rigorous and theoretically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
Comrade Staban is a great discussion leader. One of the best at the university.
It's obvious they take this group of theirs extremely seriously. Whatever you do, don't compare it to a common book club.
This almost feels like a semi-glorified book club.
Yawn. Can you imagine anything duller than a bunch of Beano-clads yanking each other's knobs?
Sounds like a place for intense intellectual engagement. Exactly my kind of jam.
That's our whole thing. The world is so shallow, all noise and repetition. We're interested in genuinely radical critique.
Precisely. We are not interested in senseless parroting. We like to read critically.
Oh, that's rich coming from you, sir.
Within the contours of Mazovian historical materialism, of course.
Okay, so what does your reading group actually read?
We study all the foundational texts of Mazovian theory, of course. Just last week we finished the second volume of Puncher and Watman's Innocence of Capital.
Truly extraordinary.
And before that we spent 6 weeks on State and Plasm.
For some reason, the word plasm catches in your ear like a piece of old wax. Uh-oh. You can feel your attention span rapidly deteriorating.
Force yourself to keep listening.
We've also read Wertmüller's The Megastructure of History, and before that, Real and Reality.
Communist theorists love puns, in case that wasn't obvious.
Hablars une peine infernale.
The original Fizdale translation, not that worded-down revisionist garbage.
These two deserve the Order of Honor for bullshitting. There's no way they've actually read all this stuff.
Obviously.
He snorts.
But, of course, our special emphasis is on the theories of Ignace Nilsson and his followers, especially the inframaterialists.
I know who Krasmazov is, but who is this Ignace Nielsen guy?
Only Krasmazov's most trusted lieutenant, the evangelist of the revolution, and the founding father of the People's Republic of Samara.
It's hard to overstate how unimpressed he is that you've never heard of this world historical individual.
He also happens to be the greatest communist theorist after Mazov himself. It was Nilsson who first postulated the existence of ideological plasm, which forms the basis of inframaterialist theory.
Those words again. You've got to find out what this inframaterialist stuff is all about. Whatever it is, one thing's perfectly clear. These young students have a much deeper understanding of communism than you do. You could learn a thing or two from them. If you can convince them you're one of them. The young man sighs. His companion looks about furtively.
Where's the rest of the reading group?
What do you mean? This is the reading group.
So there's just two of you?
We're in something of a rebuilding phase.
Some of our former comrades didn't have the ideological fortitude our work demands.
Okay, but what happened to them?
Intellectual attrition is maybe the best way to describe it. Felix said he couldn't keep up with the reading on top of his classwork. And Susanna wanted to read text other than Mazovian theory. Like novels, if you can believe it.
Imagine the audacity of wanting to read a novel in a reading group.
I like a good novel every now and then.
Oh, sure. But you can always join a book club if that's what you're into.
Oh boy. Oh brother, this guy stinks.
We've tried recruiting new members, but unfortunately the current intellectual climate is pretty hostile to inframaterialist thought. These days, if you're on the left, the ascendant schools are the Godwaldians and their iconoclasts.
Don't forget about Maurice and the turnips.
Right. Then there was the whole turnip debacle.
Did you say something about turnips?
It's an unfortunate story. You see, our ex-comrade Maurice is something of an economist.
He's studying macro and microeconomics.
Wow, a real intellectual, it sounds like.
The lieutenant arches his eyebrows.
Right. So a few weeks ago we were discussing the extra physical capabilities of the revolutionary state. And Maurice said, What were his exact words, Ulex's?
It was unbelievable. He said, turnips don't care if they are grown by communists, moralists, or Vulcan. They grow just the same.
Just a minute. Steban, Ulixis, why do those names ring the faintest of bells? You should get to the bottom of this when you have the chance.
Basically, he was rejecting the whole foundation of inframaterialist theory.
What is this inframaterialist business they keep blathering about? You've never heard of anything like it.
Remind me what inframaterialist theory says about turnips again?
Simply that under suitably revolutionary conditions, crop yields naturally increase relative to non-revolutionary crops, which Morris somehow has the gall to deny.
Susanna said that he has been hanging out with some non-communists lately.
For us, the question boiled down to, if you don't even accept the basic ideas of Nielsen and inframaterialist theory, why are you in the reading group?
So you expelled Maurice from the reading group over an argument about turnips.
Well, it wasn't so much that he was expelled.
He just quit coming. We haven't seen him around for weeks.
What about Cindy? Is she part of the group?
Cindy is... how to describe her role?
Something of an ideological auxiliary, perhaps.
Yes, that's exactly how I would put it. And naturally, we support her radical counter-liberal aesthetics.
But she refuses to submit an essay, so we can't call her a member of the group per se.
Ah, an essay.
That doesn't stop her from using the room for studio space, of course.
Alright, I've heard enough. Let's talk about something else.
Go ahead.
What were you doing with those matchboxes just now?
The young man frowns at the little pile of boxes on the floor.
Nothing, just messing around until the meeting started.
Yeah, but you said the meeting started exactly at 12 or 22.
They're watching those matchboxes awfully intently for two guys who are just messing around.
Something strange about these two men.
It's almost as though they were trying to create the most unstable structure they could, with predictable results.
Do I know you two from somewhere?
I don't think so. Unless you've been hanging around the Cultural Studies faculty at the École Normale de Recherche.
Perhaps he subscribes to La Fumée.
That's sarcasm. He does not expect you to subscribe to radical communist periodicals.
I'll show them La Fumée. Wait, you guys wrote for this?
You've read our article.
For the first time since you met the young man, words seem to desert him.
That I did not expect.
His companion is blushing now, a sheepish grin on his face.
Well, don't keep us on tenterhooks. What did you think of the essay?
The delicate egos on these boys. Even though you're just some cop, they're desperate for your approval. Hey, you're not just some cop. You've got highly developed critical faculties. Now's your chance to show them off.
Okay. Oh, fuck. Oh, I banged my knee. Ow. Ow. Oh, I was trying to adjust my legs and I banged my knee on the desk. Ow. Fuck. Alright, it was a good article. You keep developing your ideas.
Of course, that's just an initial foray into the subject. We're hoping to return to it for a more substantial treatment next term.
Talking to this communist, lads.
In any case, I'm glad our piece found its audience. That's always the hope with these things, you know.
Is the reading group accepting new members?
We typically only accept new members once per semester. There's this whole process with essays and presentations on assigned topics.
I'm definitely not doing that. The young man turns to his companion.
But given that we have some extra seating at the moment, I guess we could be convinced to expedite an application or two.
Steban, you can't be serious. For these gendarmes?
I am serious. As materialists, we've got to adapt to conditions as they are. Besides, he'll still need to pass the interview portion of the entrance process.
He turns back to you.
Assuming he's even still interested, that is.
Man, convince them that I belong in the reading group.
What's there to be scared of?
Bam.
You've really been cracking the books these last few days. You can go toe to intellectual toe with any reading group in Martinez. You've spent a not inconsiderable amount of time arranging the works in your mental library by theme and period. All the ideas and references you'll need are ready at hand. Now, chin up. You've got this.
Crack my knuckles. Alright, let's do this interview.
Oh, you want to start now? Sure, we can manage that.
What is this? Oh, I'd probably... Whatever.
You've caught him off balance. The momentum is already in your favor.
Go ahead and take a seat. Since we haven't had time to prepare an exhaustive questionnaire, I think we can keep this interview more freeform. Why don't you tell us a bit about the books you're interested in, and we'll just see where the conversation goes.
For me, it's more about finding the right thing for the right moment.
We prefer difficult books. Books that might destroy you if you don't destroy them first.
That's enough, Uli. It's the gendarme's opinions we are interested in. But to Comrade Ulix's point, isn't there value in reading really difficult books, just for the sheer challenge of it?
To be honest, these days I prefer escapist stuff, like classic Dick Mullen.
I'm sure as a gendarme, you have a very interesting take on the Mullen character.
This is a good start. They're starting to loosen up. You feel relaxed and in control. This is your area of expertise after all. That's right. These two young men naturally defer to your aura of authority, which you nevertheless wear as lightly as your halogen watermarks. This is your chance to show off your own critical faculties. Show them what an introspective cop looks like.
Just tell them, well, I couldn't finish reading it. Alright, sure, whatever. But in the end, Mullen is a reflection of a politico-legal institution that's irreconcilably divided between protecting the people and defending the material interests of capital.
The lieutenant doesn't speak, but you believe you detect a slight widening of his eyes, as though he never expected such a cogent thought to emerge from your mouth.
Hell yeah, let's impress Kim along the way.
A compelling point for sure. We'd probably be better off if more police officers learned to think so reflectively about their social function.
These kids are eating out of your hand, practically. Another quarter of an hour disappears. The questions come rapid fire, but you have an answer for every one. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. The interview must be reaching an inflection point.
But now I'm curious. Do you think there's value in reading so-called practical non-fiction?
Bring up my cockatoo knowledge. That's really good. Listen, books are fine and all, but to be straight with you, there's no substitute for real story.
Okay, we'll bite. What sort of stories are we talking about?
A real-life procedural, complete with gory details. How about a tale of adventure, intrigue, and daring-do?
Sure. You know what? Why not? I'll tell you about the time I woke up and completely forgot what money is.
Oh, we're getting into the psychiatric pathologies of life under capital. Let's see where this goes.
Yes, I'm rather curious myself.
Now you're getting somewhere. These boys aren't even bothering to contain their interest. They want to see how you weave the threads of this story together.
I'm just trying to imagine what it would be like to wake up with no concept of what money is.
If you encountered it in a novel, you'd say it sounded like a plot contrivance or like a fantasy.
But isn't the point that money is itself just a collective fantasy?
Perhaps. But it's a fantasy that pays for things. Like your hostel bill.
No. It's just like Mazovro. The freeman of the future will be he who awakens in perfect ignorance of capital.
Wait, Steban, are you saying the gendarme is some kind of future communist?
Another quarter of an hour disappears. The conversation bounces back and forth. Whatever their pretensions, it's clear these two have been craving something real. Now you can sense things starting to slow down. Time to wrap this tale up.
And anyway, even if you could somehow unpeel time, it wouldn't be the you who gets rich from those investments.
But that would imply that whenever you unpeel time, you leave behind some kind of doppelganger in now time.
Good God. Have we really been talking about unpeeling time for a quarter hour?
I love just messing with Kim. I love just getting into dumb conversations with people just so that Kim has to experience them with me.
I suppose we'll have to leave it there. But listen, gendarme. We could use someone with your breadth of
I love
expertise.
wasting Kim's time.
With just a little more theoretical background, I think you'll be able to make some real contributions.
Yes, I would say he's got serious potential at least.
And with that, welcome to the most ideologically advanced materialist reading group in Martinez.
I don't even know if I want to be a part of this group, but it just kind of snowballed at this point.
Here's your first assignment. It's an overview of inframaterialist theory. A little basic, as you'll see, but one has to start somewhere.
Say nothing, just take the book.
Come back when you're done. We'll be here pretty much every night after 10 p.m.
Okay, brief nausea, hand you this one. Okay.
Do be sure to take your time with the reading. We'll be eager to hear your thoughts.
Alright, let's leave. So read a brief look at inframaterialism. A concise introduction to inframaterialist theory intended for a general audience. You could tell this particular copy has spent a lot of time in someone's back pocket. Well, we're definitely not doing that tonight. Coffee. At the bottom of the pot, an aisle of black sludge rises from a shadowy sea. This poster reads, "Under the cobblestones, communism." This one says, "No war but class war." A rickety easel surrounded by pots of gouache. Gouache? Cindy's, no doubt. Could it be the Phasmid? No, probably not. Oh, what is this? Reflective construction vest. Endurance, -1 speed, reaction speed. I'll just nab that. Don't mind. Try not to think about the cracks spidering out across the floor. A ludicrously reflective safety vest like those favored by construction and road repair crews. Comes with a replaceable battery pack. Makes you feel like a deep sea anemone. Nice. Okay. Alright, well, I guess I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. I've kept Kim past his bedtime.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Nope. Can I fast travel? No. The answer is no. Alright, well, I should go to where I'm going to be spending the night, which is not at the Whirling in Rags. Which should be interesting. And I assume as I go there, then Kim will part ways with me. Now can I fast travel? No. Alright, we gotta run then. Kim, run with me. It's dark as shit. Should I put on my flashlight? Should I be a fucking nerd and like... Run, Kim! Things go bump in the night. Oh, what's this? I'm like a psychopath with my flashlight out. A little past midnight. Scribbled between the thighs, thighs of a page 3 girl. Lorraine de Disco.
That page 3 girl, she must be the most beautiful page 3 girl ever printed. And look at those freckles. The origin
The
of
most
disco
beautiful.
makes you want to dive into the boogie, doesn't it? Get closer to disco itself with Miss Page 3. L'origine du disco. Such a powerful conceit. And this is what we're going to do with it? The commitment of an act of gross public indecency? It would be indecent to ignore Miss Page 3. Beauty is inviting you on a pilgrimage. A pilgrimage you can make with just your hand.
Oh boy. Hold on. Is this what happens when you two get together?
Yes. Sure is.
No, this is not how I want to remember the freckled girl. No. No. Let's continue to run. Alright, let's see if I can remember where the... Because I assume the old lady isn't going to be, like, standing out there for me to find this late at night. Oh, no, she's out here. You know, it's past midnight, and she's just like, I'm just gonna be here, I guess. Can she remind me which room she gave me? Which of these she gave me?
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night.
You're still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night.
Oh god, that's rough.
It happens when you grow older.
Oh no. I can't wait till I get older. I say that as if I'm not already like an old piece of shit at this point. She sloshes the water in the bucket around for a bit.
My suggestion is, don't grow any older than you already are.
Alright, won't
That's
do.
old enough. What's troubling your mind?
I'm just gonna stop growing. Goodbye, I'm off. What is this? Am I gonna be looking inside? I assume this is my place. The store is closed for today. Time to put the kids to sleep. Okay. I'm gonna try. Let's just see. Let's just see.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
I mean, this is my place. Unlock the shack door with the key.
I'll be sleeping in my room in the whirling. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
All right, have fun with your pampered stay at the Whirling in Rags. Enter the shack. Oh, here we go. Floorboards creak under your step. This intricate heat engine hums quietly, giving out pleasant warmth. Old science fiction magazines, books about bird watching, an almanac from '39.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Let's listen.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
Oh my goodness. I've been spooked. Why not? My new hangout, where I could silently sit, drink, and die while looking at the waves rolling.
Behind the half-built cinder block house at the other end of the village, there are 3 people drinking. Your new crew. You don't need the old crew. Oh no, you have a new crew to get drunk with. You already were a part of their crew once. You can get drunk with them again. You're probably going to hang out there a lot, behind that cinder block house. It's where you belong.
Thank you, strange sensation, for a fair assessment of the current situation.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
Under the floorboards. Here's the fort under the floorboards. You see the waves, the sea, a church.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Oh, hell yeah. I should shave. Is shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic. You'll be looking like a pansy without the chops. A fucking pansy. A fresh start looms ahead. Clean yourself up and be born anew.
Fuck it. Let's do it. Time to shave. Let's get the mutton chops off.
Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against
Oh my
skin,
god!
producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
I've made a horrible mistake. Look at me. Oh man, I've been looking at this image for so long in the corner of my screen here that like it's almost the same sensation when like let's say as if like me, where if I just decide to go beard and mustacheless all of a sudden and you just see this raw baby face underneath, I'd be like, who the fuck is that in the mirror? I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh my god, Kim is gonna be like, what the hell did you do last night? Oh no. Oh no, I need to stay in this shack for a few days before it grows back. I can't see any other human being. I just need to let it grow back. God, I look so sad. Oh no. No. I'm gonna feel my clean shaven cheeks.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Was shaving the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe.
A little younger? A little younger? If only I kind of like cleaned up my hair on top of it too. I don't think I would be bad. I gotta...
You almost look like a professional.
Great.
Your face, such as it is, a regular human face, sans expression.
Alright, well let's leave. Interesting. Interesting.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, such as it is. A regular, clean-shaven police officer.
Let the mirror be for now. Do I? Look at me. Look, I don't have the, I'm just clean. Kurjev jacket. Just go and nab that, I guess. The swanky checkered jacket flatters your form in a way that makes you feel the fun kind of serious. It has really nice roomy pockets too. Huh. Huh.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Let's go to sleep.
The bed underneath you is soft, if lumpy. Waves wash the sand underneath the hut, then grow distant to your ear. In the quiet hum of the organic heater, you fall asleep.
Like a deftly cast fishing net, sleep pulls you out of the world and into its dark shore. The rough mesh chafes, tightening around you. It digs into your brain.
Great. This is gonna be really chill.
How have things been going for you out there? Helped anyone lately? Saved anyone lately? Murdered anyone lately?
This bastard isn't even listening to you.
Because you know you are a murderer. A disco music listening psycho killer who offs
Psycho killer.
And then
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
forgets about it.
Shut up. I just want to sleep.
Hear that? Iceman wants to sleep. He doesn't care about killing people. That's nothing to him. Black water under the bridge. The thing he's really scared of is much, much worse than that.
Why are you doing this? I just want to sleep. I can almost see the dark.
We're trying to help you. All these processes, these tortures, voices and tremors are all just distractions, flares and countermeasures to keep you from the last dream. The worst of them all.
The last dream?
The last dream will be total annihilation. Cinders peeling off the fuselage. We won't be there to help you anymore, Harry. We will be dormant. You will be naked and alone.
Last dream total annihilation, cinders peeling off the village. I won't be there to help you. Her face forms in summertime.
In hell, an ancient sadness, brother. 10,000 years later, in front of the video rental, there is a warm breath on your face again. Everything is okay again.
Everything is so okay.
Doesn't sound like it'll be okay.
Your eyelids flutter open for a moment. When you close them again, you sense the light of the room around you. You're back. In 2 seconds, the alarm will ring.
The last thought in your head before waking is, maybe you shouldn't have seen that stained glass window in the church.
Open your eyes. Ah, I feel refreshed. I could probably stand to go buy just like a couple of these things, when I have the opportunity to. I feel, oh my god, I don't want to face Kim. I don't want to face Kim with my naked face right now. I can't do it. I can't do this. Alright, it's fine. We'll survive. Actually, let's end it on a cliffhanger. I assume when I walk out here, Kim will be ready for me and waiting. Bright and early on a 7:30. Day 5. Day 5 of the game. Here, we're gonna go talk to Gart about him possibly being in technically in the Doom commercial area. We'll probably do that first, honestly. No, here's what we'll do. When I come back, I'm gonna buy a couple of these things. Then we'll talk to Gart. Then we're gonna talk this this. Then we'll confront the Hardy guys about what she had told us. Maybe at some point. I don't know if there's like, maybe I can go try talking to her again and see what's up with this. And then I guess if we have time, then we would also read the book. Read our book for those silly meeting guys. And see what happens with that. So, there we go. Ending on a cliffhanger. Place your bets now. Will Kim Kitsuragi say anything about my exposed lower face when we come back here? As I'm alluding to, that'll be the stream. Regular streams throughout the week here. I should be able to hit up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday nights, as well as Friday night. I don't see myself missing any of those for any reason as of now. Probably be random spattering of all the games we currently have kind of going on rotation. So I would imagine a Numeneko stream. I would imagine a Disco Elysium stream. I would imagine an Naruto stream. Probably not a Lifeline stream, but maybe. Maybe I'll wake up one day and really want to play Lifeline for part 2. We'll see, but we'll do those. We'll mix those up throughout the week. I don't think I have anything else to say. Other than enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy the last few hours here before the work week begins. Have a great Monday. Stay safe, stay well. Have a great rest of your day. Yada, yada, yada. And, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow night with something. So, until then.